Hello again, YouTube. It's Tempest. This is part 3 of my competing with cross rides series. This is my Tachikaze deck. Now, this deck has a lot of problems. A lot of people hate on it. This meta usually, just because it doesn't have enough support. But to be honest, it actually is one of the best decks out there to compete with cross rides consistently. What makes the deck so good is that its main Vanguard is Death Rex, which hits for like 15 normally. So boosted by Sonic Noah. It doesn't even need a 10k Vanguard booster, just an 8k, and immediately hits for 23. And then of course there's your guys. There's 3 different guys that gain 1,000 power when one of your own guys is retired. So when you go to start pushing hard, you can use their abilities really well. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you know that I've already got a lot of good stuff from set 8 from a girlfriend of mine. Not actually a girlfriend, just a friend as a girl, but yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, unfortunately, this deck is going to be for English only, so none of the stuff I sadly cannot use. Um, Otherwise, I'd be all over that stuff. Anyway, yeah, not all my triggers are English, because I can't find my English triggers at this point. But yeah, I'm just gonna run through it really fast. Starting Dragon Egg, obviously it's the only starter we have. There's not even a Japanese starter that I can use, so nope. His effect is you counterblast 1 when he's retired and he goes back to your hand. Very useful for setting up your plays, because he can like keep linking himself together with Skype and they have the same effect. If Skype Terra is retired, counterblast 1, add him back to your hand, so you can do that multiple times a turn and get your guys powered up. Pretty good. For Black Cannon Tiger, his ability is if he boosts an attack that hits, you can soul charge 1 and put him back to the deck. So there's not really anything in this deck that soul blasts. You can tech stuff in if you want, but you know, personal preference, I just choose not to. He's very good because he recycles himself, and that's very good in this deck because deck likes critical triggers. 4 draw triggers, obviously these are Japanese because I can't find my English ones. Normally you'd run 4 stand. I can't find my other 2 stand triggers. I'm still running 6 crit, 2 stand, but 4 stand, you know, because we don't have any other triggers in English. And then the 4 heals. So rainbow triggers with this deck, unfortunately. Yeah, it really likes to have 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. Alright, so for grade 1s, for Sonic Noah, standard 8k, you need him behind your everything. You need him behind your 10k rear guard. You need him behind your Death Rex Vanguard. He's just you need him. For Skype Terra, and then next we have 3 Savage Warrior. So ideally you'd want to have him at 3 and Savage Warrior at 4 in this kind of deck. Savage Warrior's ability is when one of your guys is retired during your turn, he'll gain 1,000 power. So looping the Skype Terra with Dragon Egg will give him like as much boost as you want, depending on how many counterblasts you want to pay. But obviously he's going to be your backup, you know, quote unquote backup rear guard, in case you can't draw into Sonic Noah. So I'd rather have him at 4 and this guy at 3 personally, but I only have 3 of this guy, so 4 Skype Terra and 3 Savage Warrior instead. And then the 4 perfect guards, which every deck needs. Grade 2s, kind of hate the grade 2 lineup now because I've been spoiled by the Japanese. Anyway, for Mega Rex, 10k beater, you need it for hitting the 18k column with your Sonic Noah and your Savage Warriors, I guess. For Cannon Fire Dragon Cannon gear, he's an 11k, which means that you can put well, he's first of all, he's a very good defensive Vanguard, turn 2. And then you can also put your Savage Warrior behind him, and then once Savage Warrior gets his first boost, he can hit for 18. So very nice. And then 3 Savage Destroyer. Now what I was saying before about the Black Cannon Tiger, the fact that he soul charges doesn't really do anything for the deck. Some decks tech 3 high speed Bracky instead. He's a spike for this card. Soul Blast 1 when he attacks, and he'll gain 5,000 power. But then he goes back to the deck at the end phase. It's pretty good. Personally, I think that he's better than Savage Destroyer, but I don't have any Brackies, first of all. And second of all, Destroyer works really well with the clan, boosted by a, whatchamacallit, Savage Warrior. He only hits for 14, but if you can get both of their effects to go off twice, since he has the same effect as Savage Warrior, one of your guys is retired, he gains 1,000. So it's very nice. It'll make him hit 18. It's a shame that you have to loop the thing twice. Um, if anything, though, because of your strong grade 3 rear guards, you probably won't need to play him. So my suggestion would be ride him turn 2 if he's the if you have 2 grade 2s in your hand. Like if you have him and where is he? This guy. Probably ride him turn 2 if you have a strong grade 1 lineup, because you're gonna want to have your Mega Rexes and Cannon Gears for attacking. But this guy is not that good of an attacker. Um, Honestly, I prefer him over Blytops, because if you run Blytops, he's only 9k number 1 and number 2. If you run him, you have to run the however many shield-ons, and I don't have that much space for him. But yeah, high speed bracket is another good choice. And then finally, grade 3s are obvious. The 4 Deathrex that you absolutely want to have in your Vanguard circle at all times. And then the 3 Gigarex. Same as the Savage Warrior. When your guys is retired, then they'll gain 1,000 power. There's no way that these guys are going to hit for 23. Because, let's be honest, it needs to have... The only way they're going to do it is if it's boosted by Savage Warrior, and that will require looping 4 times. So unless you get the perfect field setup with like 2 of these guys on rear guard, Deathrex on Vanguard with Skype Terra behind Deathrex, and then 2 Savage Warriors behind these guys, and then you loop the Skype Terra with something and finish with Sonic Noah, there's no way you're going to be able to make the 23k column. So just stick to this guy being a strong, 18k, 20k attacker. And make Deathrex your main 23 beater. This guy's very, very strong. I wish I had a 4th one of him, but I don't. Otherwise, I would run 4, because I hate Savage Destroyer. So that's the deck. Very consistent, I feel, except for Savage Destroyer. Ideally, your field will look something like this. Hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. And then usually you got something like this. So this guy needs to be boosted by Sonic Noah to hit the 18. This guy needs to be boosted by Sonic Noah to make him hit 23. So these 2 columns are set. Basically anything, as long as you can loop. If you have Sonic Noah behind Gigarex, he's already hitting for 18. If you have Savage Warrior behind him, you need to loop these once, so it'll make him hit for 18. Loop him twice to hit 21, or 20 rather, excuse me. But it doesn't really necessary. Again, Cannon Gear boosted by whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, the Sonic Noah hits for 19 already. Boosted by the Savage Warrior. You gotta loop him once to get him up to 7k to make him at 18. Very nice, easy setup, pretty much, as long as you can draw into your vanillas. So that's the deck. Please, well, actually, you don't have to do anything. If you liked it, like it. I don't care. Thank you again for watching. Hope this was helpful for you Tachikaze players and for anybody who's looking to compete with the cross rides. Yeah. Oh, by the way, set 8 comes out in May, and this deck is a huge boost from that. So you might want to start collecting stuff now if you are planning on building it. Just a minor suggestion from me. Thanks again for watching.